Hello, it's Lucy, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about why I transferred from Cornell University to Northwestern University. This has been a highly requested topic, not just by my viewers, but also in my personal life. I feel like I get asked this question a lot by my classmates, by my friends, by job interviewers, and I think most of the time I just answer that's for personal reasons, which is the truth. And I think that's part of the reason why it's taken me so long to create this video, is because it is very personal and I finally built up the confidence and feel comfortable enough to talk about this topic. So let's get started. This video is going to be a little bit different from some of my other videos. I'm not going to be walking you through a 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. step reasoning of why I transferred, but rather I'm going to tell this more like a story, because that is more like how it played out in real life. So I want to kind of just walk you through what was happening in my life to help you fully understand why I chose to transfer. When I was a senior in high school, I was waitlisted by Northwestern University, and I was pretty devastated. I didn't grow up having a dream college or university, but if I did have one, Northwestern would probably be the closest to it, just because it was closest to home and it was familiar to me. But then a few days later, I was accepted to Cornell University, and I was ecstatic. I felt like all my hard work had paid off in high school, and I finally made it. And then I had found my roommate, and we were planning on living in a double together, and everything just seemed to have been working out. And then this was still during the time of COVID, so the plan was I would fly into Ithaca, I would stay in a hotel for 2 weeks, then Cornell would pay for that hotel, and then after the 2 weeks of quarantine, I'd be able to enter my dorm and get set up and started for the school year. And when that date approached, Cornell made an announcement saying they're no longer going to support people's hotel fees, and you have to support it on your own. And this was a huge deterrent. I am on financial aid, so it was logistically very hard for me to do this. So I wound up staying home the fall semester, my first semester of college at Cornell. Needless to say, we all know that attending college remotely is not the same as attending college in person. And I think I definitely struggled with this. I had just come off a high from, getting accepted, buying all the stuff for my dorm, planning on going to college, and then all of it just got halted abruptly. And then on top of that, I was trying to make friends over Zoom. And while I did make a number of friends and join clubs, it just wasn't the same. And this was when I was sure that I wanted to apply to transfer. Not only did I want to apply for the social aspect of it, but also for the academic aspect. I've talked about this in my previous videos, but I was a global and public health sciences major, but I also wanted to major in computer science. And Cornell didn't allow me to double major. So this was another big reason why I wanted to transfer, because at Northwestern University, I could double major or even triple major if I wanted to. Anyways, second semester of college rolled around, and I had the option to go in person, but I chose not to for a number of reasons. Some of them being financial, some of them being the fact that I would have to move all of my things just for only one semester, and it just didn't seem worth it. So here I was attending my second semester of college remotely, and most of my friends and classmates had gone in person by this time, because I feel like everyone realized this in-person stuff, it's working. Because there were so many more people on campus second semester, and I wasn't on campus, I felt even more isolated. A lot of my club members would go out for group outings, or my friends would go out to eat, and I couldn't attend because I was studying remotely. And this was really tough. You get FOMO, fear of missing out, and I feel like it really took a toll on my mental health. And even for people who were in person, I think it was hard to make friends as well. And this really showed itself through some unfortunate ways. Two classmates of mine in separate classes had taken their lives on campus. And I can't describe how it felt, honestly. But it didn't feel good. I wanted to keep this part of the video very candid, so I only filmed it once, and I only had a general idea of what I wanted to say. But later on, I realized that I left out some important details. These classmates of mine I had seen in class almost every day. One of them I had interacted with directly, and I think because of these interactions, it had a greater impact on me and the way I took in everything. I also want to point out that these weren't the only incidents. This was an ongoing problem that Cornell was facing, and it wasn't okay. I think this was a really big turning point for me because I also observed how the university handled these situations, and I didn't completely agree with it. And I think when you're attending an institution where your values don't line up, whether it's school or a job or anything, it can be difficult to find passion for that institution again. I want to point out that my experience at Cornell was not normal. I attended in 2020 when they were just opening back up. Everyone was figuring out what to do and how to handle the situation best, and I believe they did try their best. And I don't think it's representative of what Cornell is normally like. I know tons of people who have gone there and they have loved it and they felt super supported and made great connections with teachers and faculty and students, but that just wasn't my experience. And I think that was a large reason why I chose to transfer. Going off of that, on the flip side, a big reason why I chose Northwestern University was because I already had an amazing support system in place. My family and my hometown is only an hour away from Northwestern. My boyfriend of almost 4 years, back then 2 years, was attending Northwestern and still is, and a lot of my friends were attending Northwestern. So I just felt like it was a place where I could be supported, a place where I felt comfortable, and I think having a good support system is really important in college. It's not always about the academics. Another reason why I chose Northwestern is because it's financially a better option. They provided me with more financial aid. It's also closer to home, so I don't have to worry about flights or shipping my stuff out to Ithaca. I can simply just drive my things back and forth between my hometown and Evanston, which saves a lot of money and time, and so that was definitely a big plus. Another reason why I chose Northwestern was because I was already familiar with the campus. I had visited many times, and I really liked the location, being close to Chicago, close to home, and right off the lake. Whereas Cornell, I had actually never visited, and I still have never visited because when I was first accepted, COVID was going on, and I wasn't ready to fly out there. And I was like, oh, no big deal. I'll just go when I attend in person. And that never happened. So that's just another reason why I chose Northwestern. So those are the reasons why I chose to transfer from Cornell University to Northwestern University. I hope this answers your questions. If you want to learn more about my transfer process, check out some of my videos. I'll link them down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.